Talking Gamer here, and yes, I am actually releasing this, well, at least quite a bit earlier than expected, and that is because I just finished building Yanagi. Yeah, it really didn't take me that long, and that's because I already have her disc set ready to go, and I already have a ton of materials that I pre-farmed, so now she is basically at the point where we can finally showcase her. So yeah, well, I have to show the banner first, of course, because I always have to do that to basically just show you guys, oh, well, she is still out by the time I'm recording this. And yes, as you see here, she is still out, and by the time I am going to be uploading this, she'll still be out. So yeah, well, anyways, enough about that. It's time to actually just get to the point of the video. Let's showcase her. And starting off, of course, I'm going to be showcasing my Yanagi build. So let's just get to that. So here's my Yanagi build. So as you see here, she basically is already ready from the get-go. She is at level 50. I just recently awakened her. So I don't have enough tapes to get into level 60, sadly. I don't have enough stamina to do another run, but she will be level 60 at some point, especially since Shiyu Defense Critical Node is going to be coming up soon. So you're probably going to see gameplay of her for the most part. So yeah, stay tuned for an actual level 60 Yanagi. But for now, she is at level 50 at the time I'm recording this. She also has high attack and high AP. We can showcase the stats here. But as you see there, pretty good attack. She has AP, she has AM, of course, from her core. Her core gives her AM. She has, of course, electric damage bonus. That is what I gave her, because, well, she is a electric anomaly agent. The more electric damage you do, the higher your shock damage is. So yeah, of course, attack and AP are pretty standard for anomaly agent. The more you have of that, the more anomaly attribute damage you're able to do. So yeah, just basic anomaly stuff, really. As for skills right here, as I said before, she's just minimally built. So, she is at level 7 skills with a level 5 core. Of course, I always recommend that every agent should level up their core first. For Yanagi, it is no exception here. She literally gets 250% increased disorder damage, which is really, really good. And it's after you activate an EX special, which she just does a lot. She usually gains a lot of energy regen pretty quickly. So she is able to pop off EXs every now and then, which is pretty great. It also lasts for a pretty long time too, 15 seconds, so definitely don't sleep on her core. Her core is really, really good. She also gets an increased 20% electric damage at core level 7, which is pretty nice too, and it's after you hit the EX. So not only is your damage multiplier for Disorder at 250%, you also get a 20% electric damage bonus, which is pretty good. Definitely worth a level up as well. As for the skills right here, I usually, well, for Yanagi's case, there's only at least like 3 skills that you should level up. Her most important skill that you should level up is this: her basic attack. Her basic attack is basically everything that she ever wants to do. All of her stuff, all of her shock buildup, all of her attribute damage, everything is based around basic. Elemental, or as I would say, special attack. Her attribute special attack is really good too, but not as important as the normal. Her special attack is there just to get her to her stances. So for her, in this case, she can go into right here as it's lifted, the Jogen stance, which increases her electric damage, or the Kagen stance, which increases her pen ratio. By the way, you get the increased bonus for 8 seconds after switching stances, so you can get both of them activated at the same time as long as you juggle between the stances efficiently, which is pretty easy anyway, because after switching stances, you immediately go into the 3rd hit, which is pretty nice. It even says so right here for the special attack. You can literally activate it on the 3rd, 4th, or 5th hit, and when you switch stances, you immediately go into the 3rd hit of the basic attack, which is pretty good, which means that you will constantly be getting the electric and pen ratio buff, which is pretty nice. Her EX also hits pretty hard too, and also applies a lot of attribute, which is why, again, I would say that EX is pretty good to level up as well. But your main priority should be basic and then EX, of course. And as for the third priority, I would say chain attack. The other two, dodge and assist, don't really matter, but chain does, because you just do a bunch of damage. Look at this. 2075% of Yanagi's anomaly proficiency. Yeah, this thing's gonna be hitting pretty hard. So definitely, since she is going to be your main DPS, especially if you are gonna be running her on like a disorder team, you definitely do want to level this up as well. She's gonna be hitting really, really hard, which is basically, well, I guess that's what my route is for Yanagi. I just went for core and then level up these 3 stats. These 2 don't matter unless you really just do want to level up if you want to, well, at least balance Yanagi. So yeah. As for equipment right here, I basically, well, went with my intuition, and I was right, because this is definitely her best set. So, her 4-piece set is Thunder Metal. The reason why Thunder Metal is extremely good is because not only you get the 10% electric damage on your 2-piece set, you get a increased 28% attack as long as the enemy is shocked with your 4-piece set. The enemy will be shocked all the time, because that's how Yanagi works. She basically applies attribute anomaly, and it sticks to the enemy. And since it sticks to the enemy, you get the 28% increased attack. And guess what disorder scales off of? It scales off of attack. So yeah, it is really, really, really good on Yanagi. It is definitely her best 4-piece set. As for the other 4-piece sets like Freedom Blues and Chaos, they're not really as good because you have to use EX. Sometimes Yanagi doesn't have that up, so that's the reason why I went for Thunder Metal, because at least with Thunder Metal, you don't need to have EX. But with Thunder Metal anyway, your EX is going to be hitting pretty hard. So yeah, it's just a win-win on both sides. As for the 2-piece set, you can either go Chaos or Freedom Blues. As long as it gives you AP, it should be fine for the most part, because well, plus 30 AP, it's nothing to scoff at. It's just AP. And besides, all of her stuff, as I mentioned before, it does scale off of AP right here. 2075% of Yanagi's AP, which is pretty good. Of course, it does get higher the more you scale off of it. And also AP increases your shock damage and your attribute anomaly damage, which is pretty nice as well. So yeah. As for the W engine of choice, of course, I went with her main W engine, the Time Weaver. Time Weaver is definitely her best W engine. Literally gives her 30% increased anomaly buildup rate with a 75 AP increase as long as you hit an enemy with a special or EX, and as long as it is suffering an attribute anomaly, which is easy anyway because the enemy is just gonna be shocked anyway. So yeah, and of course you get a 25% increase disorder damage, and guess what she does a lot? She does disorder damage. So yeah, pretty nice overall. So that is usually, well, what I ran with Yanagi. So yeah, I basically stuck with this build, and maybe you should copy it too. I don't know, but definitely just try to get the 4-piece Thunder Metal. It is really good. So yeah. As for the Mindscape Cinema right here, I went with MC0. She doesn't need Mindscape to be good, but of course, as always, like every other S rank Mindscape cinemas, it are really good. Well, it could just show you what the MC is. Sneak peek. You literally get, let's see here, AP increased by 80. Yeah, really nothing for me to say there, but that is a really high increase. That's almost 100. So yeah. Well, anyways, that is it for Yanagi. That is my build right here. So well, enough about me talking about Yanagi. It's time to actually put this build into practice. So yeah. Well, anyways, now it's time to showcase her in a couple of teams. So let's just go to the HDD and just do some battles. Alright, so here we are in the HDD. So I am gonna be just playing Path of Proxy 2 for all of the showcases, and that's because, well, the enemy's weak to electric. So yeah, it's just basically perfect for Yanagi. So the first team I'm going to be showcasing here is, of course, your generic disorder team. Yes, this is Yanagi's best team right here. It's a disorder team. So of course, we have Caesar right here, who is the main buffer for the team. She is the support. We have another attribute anomaly character in the well, in burn, which is Bernice. So Bernice is just going to be applying burn as well as do some off-field damage. And then Yanagi here is going to be our main DPS. Of course, since we do have Sons of Caledon members on the team, we're going to be using Red Mochus. Red Mochus, he has a pretty good active skill that literally just gives him more damage, which is pretty nice. If you don't have Red Mochus, then you can go for Batty Boo. Batty Boo does work. He does do fire damage, and he also, his condition is not really that bad to go for, because all you need is one anomaly agent, and you get to increase your Bang Boo chain attack by 20%, and you're gonna be doing that a lot anyway. So yeah, but anyways, I'm just gonna be choosing Red Mocha since he is a S rank Bang Boo, and let's just get this started. We're gonna be seeing just how good Yanagi is. So as I said before in the well, when I was showcasing her skills, you want to change stances as much as you can. She also has an auto parry animation when she does use the stance change. You'll see what I mean once we showcase it here. So, well, let's just get this started. Alright, so first off, I'm gonna be applying some attribute damage. So we're gonna be choosing Bernice right there. Alright, now it's time to switch stances, so let's do that. As you see there, we switched to the blue stance, and now we're switching to the yellow stance in a bit. So there we go. Now we are in the yellow stance. So by the way, if you want to know what stance you're on, you can tell based on the accessory on Yanagi's hair. I see there. If you look closely, it's blue right there. As you see there, it's blue. If you press special, there you go. It switches to orange right there. See, that is how you can tell what Yanagi's main attribute or main stance is. So it's basically a simple way to just keep track of what Yanagi is able to do. Alright, there, and then we can switch again right there, and then we can just go into this. Let's go into Caesar so we can get the buff. Alright, let's do hold EX. This is also another way to just switch stances, which is pretty good. So you're able to do this, able to go behind the enemy, which is pretty nice. Let's do it again. Kablamo. Yeah, but as you see there, pretty consistent disorder damage in general. But as you saw there, well, Bernice didn't have her attribute up, so I guess we could just go for that right now. Sure. Let's just build up the fuel, and now we can go straight into Yanagi. All right. Let's do this. We're able to stance change again. By the way, if the enemy is trying to attack you, we can do it right here. As you see there, we can just stance change. Alright, so let's just go into Bernice. You go into Bernice right there. We're able to go here. Luckily for her assist, Yanagi is able to just go into she can just go into her third attack, which is pretty good. You're able to just stance change immediately. But yeah, look at that damage. You're seeing that disorder damage, right? It's really busted. And remember, Bernice is literally like resistant. The enemy is resistant to fire, and Yanagi is able to do that much damage. So yeah, it is really busted. As you see there, Yanagi's damage is just insane. So yeah. Well, anyways, that's not the only anomaly team you can run. I'm gonna be showcasing some other disorder anomaly teams that you can run. So well, let's just move on to the next team. All right, so here we have another team you can run. You can run a physical anomaly team, and you can just run Yanagi, which basically just increases her disorder damage anyway because, well, it's physical. So yeah. But besides that, you can use Jane if you want instead of Piper, but Jane wants to be on field for the most part, especially Yanagi as well. Both of them really do want the screen time, and both of them really do want to be on field to just do as much damage as they can. So I just opted to just choose a character who doesn't want to be on field that often, and that is Piper, because Piper, well, you just need to do EX and you could just switch off of her. So yeah, it's pretty simple really. Since she is a attribute anomaly agent, she pairs up with well, Yanagi, because Yanagi right here, with her additional ability, she's able to squad up with a anomaly agent, and also she could squad up as well with the same attribute as well. So this means that you're able to just pair up with electric agents Yeah, which is pretty good. So she's able to just link up with characters like Grace or Piper or Bernice, and then you're also able to link up with electric agents. So like, for example, Reina. So yeah. Well, anyways, enough about me rambling on about Yanagi's additional. Let's just showcase this team and see how good it is. So since the enemy here is not resistant to physical, they're resistant to fire, as I mentioned in the previous run. This means that we're able to see even more damage numbers with her. So hopefully this will be a good enough showcase for Piper. I don't really get to showcase Piper that often, so yeah, this is basically a first for the channel. Alright, so let's just do the dodge right here. Alright, now we're able to go into stance change, so now we're able to just link these. So by the way, the ideal way to stance change is to just do it after the end of an attack, so like that. So after the end of the 6th hit, you're able to stance change. You can mix in EXs as well. She does get energy back really fast. So yeah, we can just do that. We can chain again, and we can chain again right here, and just do a bunch of damage. So yeah, there we go. Let's go into Piper. We can go into Caesar afterwards to get a shield, and there we go. Pretty nice. Alright, so since we do have Piper EX up, we can go for EX. So let's see where the next enemy spot. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let's just do the EX right here. We're able to get all the power stacks for Piper, which is pretty nice. So let's do this. Alright, there we go. We got attribute anomaly, so now we're able to just do this. Look at that disorder damage. Pretty nice. Alright, let's stance change. Right there. Now we can just go into this. Let's do EX. Yeah, look at how hard that hits. 168,000. That's disorder damage, man. Super busted. We haven't even used her EX yet, by the way. And we didn't even get a parry with Caesar. So, well, I guess we can just showcase that now, since we do have a big body enemy. So let's do a parry. Let's do this. Now we're able to just get the thing up. So let's do that. Alright, let's build up some attribute damage. Let's stance change. Alright. Now we're just able to do EX right there. Alright, let's do Piper. Let's try to get the power stacks in. Alright, we got Assault in. Alright, let's see how much damage Yanagi's able to do. This is her ult, by the way. Yeah, that is really good damage. Alright, we're able to do this. Let's go into Caesar, and we can go into Yanagi. Yeah, look at that damage. Yeah, she's good. She's really good. But yeah, as you see there, Yanagi is able to just pull out her own weight. She's just really good for the most part. So yeah, well, there is still more teams to showcase. So well, let's just move on to the next disorder team. So what's better than running 2 attributes? 3 attributes. Yes, this is the 3 attribute team. So surprisingly, this team does work, which is really weird. Sokaku does have pretty good anomaly build up, especially if you use her EX and you do go up close to hit it. It actually does pretty good damage, as well as well, build up a lot, which is pretty nice. Of course, we have Bernice here. Bernice is going to be our sub DPS. And we have Yanagi, and Sokaku's able to switch into Yanagi. And Sokaku does get the attribute, or additional ability, my bad, because right here, she shares the same faction. And guess what Yanagi is from? She is from Section 6. So she is able to just pair up with her, which is pretty nice. And of course, these two basically have the same additional. For her it is anomaly, for her it's anomaly, so both of them are anomaly. They pair up together. So yeah, as for the Bangbu of choice, since this is a triple element team, I can't use a attribute Bangbu. I have to use Batty Boo, but luckily, as I mentioned before, all he needs is 1 anomaly agent, and he's able to perform really well. So yeah, this is what we're going to be running with. So we're just gonna see how good she is in a triple anomaly team. Well, I guess quote-unquote triple, because Sokaku is a support, but she is still able to just apply a lot of well, ice damage, and she is able to trigger freeze, which is pretty nice. Alright, so well, let's get this started. We're gonna be, of course, applying some fire right here, afterburner. There we go. Now we switch into Yanagi, and we're able to just do her Yanagi thing. So stance changes. So there's the first one. We're able to switch again. Yeah, as you see there, she is able to automatically parry attacks. You did hear the sound. She is able to just parry those. All right, we're able to do this. We're able to switch in for free afterwards, which is pretty good right there. And we can just finish him off. There we go. 200,000 disorder damage. That is really good. All right. Now we're going to be seeing just how much we're able to do right here. Alright, so let's switch into Sokaku. Sokaku is able to just get the three, well, I guess not the 3 stacks. We do have to do one more normal attack, and hopefully it does give it to us. There we go. Alright, now we go to fly the flag. Alright, now we just have the buff, so let's just do as much damage as we can. Alright, we got a good dodge in. Alright, the enemy is shocked, so now we can just do this. Alright. We can go into triple stack. And then go into Yanagi. Alright, let's see how hard this hits. Let's just do the ult. Okay. Alright, we go into Sokaku now. And we're able to switch again. Yeah, there we go. We refreshed the banner buff, which is pretty nice. Alright. Let's wait for the enemy to spawn. Alright. Let's reapply some burn. Alright. Now we can go into Yanagi again. Alright. Pretty good dodge right there. Alright. He is close to getting shocked, which is pretty nice. As you see there, you heard this notification sound? Yep, I did parry that attack. As you see there, she just does automatically parry a lot of stuff, which is pretty nice. Alright, so let's do 1, 2, 3. Switch. And we are able to get the 1k attack, which is pretty nice. Alright, let's switch in. Let's get some burn damage in. Alright, there we go. Let's do this. Alright, let's do Bernice. Kablamo! Yeah, she's pretty good. There's really nothing for me to say. She is basically equal to Jane, I would say. Just not as, I guess, good as Jane, in terms of solo play. Because, for Jane, you can just run her on any team. For Yanagi, if you want her to truly shine, you have to run her on a disorder team. It's a must. You just have to run her on a disorder team. So yeah. Alright, so that's basically it right there for one of the runs right there. So well, I have to go back into the HDD again, but I'm going to be showcasing the next team. So well, let's transition right now. Alright, so well, that is all the disorder teams I can showcase right there. So the next team I'm going to be showcasing here is just a generic shock team. Yeah, really nothing special here. So we got the 2 attribute anomaly agents right there. We got 2 electric agents, which are Yanagi and Grace. They're able to link up together. Grace, all she needs is electric agent, which is what Yanagi is, and Yanagi needs anomaly, which is what Grace is. Caesar, of course, is just universal in all teams. Since Yanagi is able to just parry attacks, she works. So yeah, that is how she links up with them. So as for the shock team, it's not really as good as let's say like the Bernice team with like the sub DPS attribute anomaly. It's also not as good as physical, but it's still pretty nice overall. She is still able to just do damage anyway. So you'll see what I mean once we test this team out. Alright. So, of course, as always, I'm just going to be switching stances again. So, let's do some normal attacks. Alright. Let's switch again. There we go. As you see there, we're able to parry that attack. Pretty nice. She is able to parry freely as long as you're on the 3rd or 5th attack of a move. But yeah, as you see there, we're able to just do X right there. Pretty nice. There we go. Some disorder damage. So, even if she isn't in an attribute team, she is still able to do some pretty good disorder damage overall. So, yeah, right there. Okay, so, well, let's see what the next enemy is. Hopefully, he is able to just let us parry. I hope. So, let's see if he is able to do that. There we go. Okay, now we're in for some business. Right. Let's do this. Alright, let's do EX, so we're able to go into the third attack immediately. 65,000 disorder damage, not bad. Let's switch stances right here. We're able to get the full buff, so now we do EX. There we go. 200,000 damage. Yeah, nothing to scoff at right there. She is just really, really, really good. Alright. So there is one more enemy left. It's the giant robot. So, well, let's see how we fare against this thing. Alright. He is able to give us a free parry. Pretty nice. Let's go Grace again. Let's do EX right here. So we're able to just chain. Alright, let's just do this. There we go. Let's change stances. Let's switch stances again. Alright, let's do ult. Let's see how much damage this does. There we go. 200,000 disorder damage. Yeah, really, really, really busted. Alright, we got another parry there. Yeah, she's able to parry for free for the most part. It's just really, really, really busted. Right there. 200,000 disorder damage again. Yeah, you see what I mean by Yanagi is broken? That's because she is broken. So, yeah. Well, there is one more team left to showcase now. So, well, now it's time to just showcase that last team. And you'll be in for a surprise. So, well, without any further ado, let's just get to that team. And here is the last team. And by team, I mean solo Yanagi. Yes, she can solo the game, just like Jane. So, well, without any further ado, let's just showcase how good solo Yanagi is. You get to play her solo in this story anyway. So, well, now it's time to actually showcase her, like, with, well, properly built stuff with my build, solo. So, let's just get this started. She is able to just, solo a lot of things too, since she does have automatic parry on her, special, which is pretty nice. So, well, without any further ado, let's just get this started. So let's parry this. Yep, there we go. Pretty nice. And then we're able to just do this. Since she is running solo, we don't have to worry about like switching, which is pretty nice for us. Let's do EX right there. As you see there, disorder damage 100,000. By the way, no support. She is ran alone, as you see here. All right, we're able to stance change again. Let's do this. And we're able to stance change again. Yeah, as you see there, you're able to just link a lot of stance changes. Alright. This should be it for him. There we go. Really nice. Yeah, Yanagi is extremely broken, as you see there. Alright, on to the next enemy right here. Let's do full EX right here. We'll just do a bunch of damage. Alright. Let's switch stance change again. Let's do another stance change. Alright, we're able to just do damage. Alright, let's do EX now, since we do have both the buffs. 100,000. Yeah, really busted. Alright, EX again. Kablamo! 100,000 again! Yeah, as you see there, Yanagi is just way too broken. We're able to do EX again. There we go. Yeah, pretty consistent damage overall. She's just way too busted, even in solo comps. So yeah, pretty good. Alright. We're able to just do EX right here. Alright. We do have to watch out for his attacks though, because we can't parry everything that he throws at us. Right there, as you see there. So we do have to be cautious about what he does throw. But luckily, when Yanagi dodges, you're able to just go back into your third basic, which is pretty nice. Alright. We do have both buffs up, so let's just do the ult. There we go. 158,000. Remember, we don't have party members that support us like Caesar or Bernice. She's just, that's the damage she's able to output. It's just really busted. All right, let's do EX again. All right, let's dodge. Yeah, I see there. Pretty consistent damage overall. All right, let's do this again. There we go. We're able to stance change. All right, let's do this. Kablamo, and we go with the Batty Boo. There we go. Yeah, Yanagi is broken. If she's able to solo this, well, like rank up proxy mission, then yeah, she's just really good. Yeah, that's basically it for Yanagi. Now it's actually time to just showcase her with a bunch of Rizonia. So you know what that means? It's time to go into Hollow Zero. So, well, let's just cut to that. Alright, so here we are at Hollow Zero. Of course, I'm going to be doing Blitz mode because it's much more quicker, and besides, it goes on much more faster. I'm not going to be choosing any Ether activity because we want to showcase Yanagi at her most powerful. So, well, let's just get this started. So, as for the preset configuration, I already have a team ready to showcase, and that is her best team at the moment, which is this, the Shock Disorder team with Bernice. So, well, without any further ado, it's time to showcase just how good Yanagi is. She's just gonna be popping off like crazy. Well, as you could tell from the previous team showcases, but now this time she has Rezonia. Yeah, she has Rezonia. So this means that we're able to just do a bunch of damage. So, well, we're gonna be choosing this. Pretty nice. Alright, so let's just get this started. Alright, so let's stance change. We are able to just group up enemies right here. Pretty nice. Stance change again. And I think this enemy's dead. Yep, there we go. Let's go Bernice. Alright. Let's just go back into Yanagi. We can go EX. We are able to get it back anyway. Yeah, I see there. Look at the damage. Absolutely ridiculous. You saw that right there? 600,000 disorder damage. Yeah, busted. Alright, we're gonna be choosing Shock. Shock does increase all of our stuff. And we're gonna be choosing Ignite. So we're just gonna be choosing Rezonia based on what we have. Alright, so we're gonna be parrying here. We do have to since it is a Hati. So let's see. Is it come on, attack us. Oh, I mistimed that. Alright, he has to attack us again. There we go. Alright. Let's do this. Let's apply some burn. We're able to just parry again. There we go. Pretty easy. Alright, there we go. Alright, now let's do EX. Kablamo! And we're able to just stance change again. There we go. We did parry. Pretty nice. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go Caesar. Let's go Bernice. Yeah, there we go. 500,000 disorder damage! Yeah, really nothing for me to say there. She's just hitting those numbers casually. But yeah. So, well, now, I guess we can just apply some, fuel stacks. Let's, go into Yanagi again, and let's do some EXs, shall we? Alright. Let's go into it again. Kablamo. Let's do EX again. Alright. Let's do Ultimate. Let's see how much damage this does. Kablamo. That is pretty good damage. Now I just have to wait for the parry if they ever do let me do that. 500,000 again. As you see there, Yanagi is really busted for the most part. So, yeah. Really nothing for me to say there. Alright, now we're going to be seeing a bunch of high damage numbers right here. So, well, let's just see how much Yanagi is able to do. Alright, so let's do EX again. Yeah, 700,000! Are you seeing this right now? Yeah, Yanagi is busted. Absolutely broken. Really nothing for me to say there except that she's just super good. Yeah, 200,000 again. This is just casual numbers we're able to just hit. Alright. Let's reapply some burn right there. And let's just finish this off with Yanagi. Alright. Let's do EX right there. Let's stance change and let's see how much damage we're able to do. Let's do EX. There we go. Yep. He's just dead. really nice. Holy crap. Alright, let's go to Shock right there. So we're able to just increase more of Yanagi's damage. Yeah, really good. Alright, so as you see there, Yanagi is able to just hit like casual numbers like that. I mean, you saw that, right? 700,000s like across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if I did level her up to level 60 and level up the rest of her stuff like her W engine and her core and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if she could hit 1 million. Maybe if I can hit 1 million, if I just able to get the right Rezonia. We're gonna be choosing, I guess we could choose Duel. So we're able to just do more damage with chain attacks. Alright. So, well, now we have to basically make this thing attack us. Which I hope he does. If not, then I guess I'll just do that. Alright, let's do EX. Now we're able to start doing our anomaly stuff, so let's just do our Yanagi things. Let's do EX, free switch, 100,000 or 172,000, 400,000 disorder damage. Yeah, 600,000! You're seeing these numbers, right? Like, these numbers, like, are really, really, really good. They're super, super, super good. Alright, we're gonna be choosing the Ignite stacks, so we're able to get the Advanced Resonium right there. Let's do Shock again. Alright. We're gonna be, reapplying our fuel stacks, of course. We do need to, reapply them. Alright, let's go into Yanagi again. We're able to stance change right here. We need to stance change twice before we're able to do the ult, so let's stance change again. Alright, now we can go into ult. Let's see how much damage this does. Yeah, 200,000 disorder damage. But a few seconds ago, you did see like 400,000. So that is basically what number she's able to just pull off right there. You saw that right there, right? I think that did 1 million. I think that did 1 million. Yeah, she's able to hit numbers like that. Hopefully we can showcase them more on the boss, I think. Let's hope so. Alright, let's do refresh, see what we get. EX inflict, yeah, sure, we could just take that. Alright, this is the, complex, okay. Alright, let's do EX right here. We're able to apply some stuff. Alright, let's go into this. Alright, so, we're gonna be going for shock first. We do need to. There we go, we got shock in. So now we can, switch into, Bernice and see how much damage we're able to do. Alright, let's do ult. Kablamo. We're able to just do this. Yeah, 300,000, 200,000, typical numbers really. 700,000 disorder damage. Yeah, super, super busted. Let's do another stance change. Alright, let's do it again. There we go, we're able to apply shock. So now let's go into Bernice and see how much damage we're able to do. There we go. Yeah, super, super busted. We did get another shot to showcase just how much disorder damage we're able to do, so, well, let's just do it. Alright. We're going back here. Let's do this again. There we go. Let's do, EX right there. Let's stance change. Alright, now we do ult. This is gonna be hitting really, really hard. Yeah, 200,000, I think that is, disorder damage right there. Alright, let's go into Bernice. There we go, let's go into, Yanagi again. 200,000 again, yeah, she's hitting consistent numbers. 500,000, 200,000. Yeah, these are really, really, really consistent numbers for, disorder damage. Alright, let's do that. Yeah, this is absolutely ridiculous damn numbers. 800,000 right there. Alright, let's do ult. Alright. Let's do this. 600,000, 300,000 disorder damage. Yeah. Yanagi is something. I will say that. Let's choose shock. We're able to get all the shock Resonia right there. So we are basically decked out on Yanagi. Now we just need the ignite ones. Yep, there we go. Alrighty. Okay, we got Yanagi's, Mindscape Cinema too. Yeah, okay, this is going to be like a full-blown, like, Yanagi at her max potential. This is going to be crazy. Oh boy. Alright, but all we need now is one more Ignite Resonia, and we're able to get Bernice's max buff, which is, really, really good. Right there. There it is. Alrighty. This is going to be the showcase of a lifetime, boys. Alright. So we're gonna be applying, of course, Bernice's thing. So let's do the charge attack. There we go. We are gonna be fishing for the disorder. So let's just do let's do parry here, so we're able to just increase our stats. Let's do Bernice. Alright, let's dodge here. Let's do EX. There you go, 500,000. 900,000 disorder damage. Yeah, this is pretty busted. Not gonna lie. Alright. Let's do a stance change again, and let's do ult. Let's see how much damage this does. 600,000! And there's like another disorder damage too. Yeah, no! 800,000! Yeah, Yanagi is broken. Yanagi is definitely broken. Yeah. I mean, I'm not lying to you. Those are the numbers she's able to pull off. With her Zonia buff included. Alright, let's do this again. It's 500,000. Let's reapply the shield right here. Yeah, but look at this. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous numbers. Alright, well, she is going to her, desperation phase, so I guess we can't just dodge everything. Hopefully. And, just finish her off right there, because I think her health is really low. So, well, I guess we could just keep dodging these. What I don't like about this attack, by the way, especially if you are going to be doing this on, like, Ether level 11, is because it just lasts so long. It lasts so long. The only reason why I'm able to tolerate it is because I have, shield buff with Caesar, but look at how much these, bullets are able to do. Like, 1,600? That is really damaging. Yeah, I see there, 1,600. You can do, like, normal attacks right there, like, basic attacks, to just, minimize the damage we're able to take. So, yeah. Alright. Let's reapply, burn. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, we can go into Yanagi again. There we go. Yeah, pretty good disorder damage. Alright, let's do it again. There we go. And now let's do ult. Yeah. Really busted, as you see there. Pretty consistent disorder damage overall, as you see there. But yeah, Yanagi is pretty broken, for the most part. So yeah. Well, anyways, now it's time to showcase her max damage output, if that wasn't already her max damage output. But this is without Rizonia. So it's just gonna be like in a controlled environment in training mode. So, well, without any further ado, I'm just gonna be showcasing what team I'm gonna be using, and then just showcasing her max damage. Alright, so here we are in the character selection screen. So this is gonna be the team I'm gonna be running, of course. This is her best team, so I do have to showcase her at her best possible scenario. So of course we have Yanagi here. We have Caesar, who gives us buff and shield. She also has her 4-piece set, which is able to increase our damage by 15%, which is pretty cool. She also does have a debuff as well to the enemy, so we're able to just do more damage. Bernice is here to just provide us with the other anomaly attribute. So yeah. Well, without any further ado, well, I'm going to be cutting to the VR mode, so yeah, let's just transition to the VR mode. Alright, so here we are at the training mode. So this is going to be my settings here. We're going to have disable unlimited energy because, well, as you see here, I already have some energy on the top left, which is pretty easy. All you need to do is just enable and then back out and then disable, and you get full energy. As for the others, assist points, I put enable because, well, I mean, it'll just be way easier to just showcase if we do have unlimited assist points. And as for decibels, it's the same thing. Unlimited character decibels is pretty good, just to cut down time. So yeah. Well, anyways, we're gonna be fishing for the, of course, the main stuff. So like parries right there. We're gonna be applying some attribute stuff, and let's do some EXs right here, so we're able to just stance change. So right there. Let's do some stance changes again. Let's do this. Alright, now we can go into Bernice. So let's see how much damage we're able to do. Yeah, 200,000. So let's do it again. Alright. And we can do EX. There we go. 161,000. 400,000 right there. That is her max damage output. 400,000. Yeah. Overall, I guess it's just really busted in general. 400,000. So yeah, that is my max damage I'm able to do with Yanagi. So I could reach higher. It probably will reach like 500,000 if I do do the optimal setup, which is like immediately do like a Caesar parry with the shield up with like Bernice ult, and then we can go into Yanagi. But well, 400,000 is just basically the typical range I'm probably gonna see her, or at least my Yanagi build. So yeah, of course she will hit higher if she is at level 60, but she is at level 50 at the moment. So yeah, that is my max damage, and that is basically it for the max damage showcase. So now it's time to just go over the overview and final thoughts, and to basically give my opinions on Yanagi. So without any further ado, let's just transition to that. So here we have Big Sis Yanagi, who is just a half Oni, half human blood person. So yeah, and she also is part of Section 6 as the advisory chief. So yeah, she just works alongside Miyabi. But anyways, enough about her background. It's time to talk about her skills and her Mindscape Cinema, and basically just get my final thoughts on Yanagi. But well, as you know, if you have been paying attention, you probably already know what my opinion on Yanagi is. So yeah, well, without any further ado, let's just get this started. So her core is really busted. So what it does is it literally gives you 250% damage multiplier on Disorder if you do EX, and you also, right here, you also get another 20% electric damage if you do EX. Yeah, both of these effects last for 15 seconds, which means that they are in conjunction with each other. So not only are you getting the Disorder damage, you'll also be getting the electric damage, which is really busted. This is, of course, with core level 7 in mind. Yeah, this core is busted. Super broken. 250% Disorder damage is nothing to scoff at. You saw the numbers there, 400,000, 700,000. At one point, she hit 1 million. So yeah, Yanagi's damage is ridiculous, especially if the enemy is weak to electric damage. So yeah. As for her additional ability, Gesso, it is pretty good, and the condition is pretty nice overall. All I need is Anomaly character or the same attribute. So basically, you do have pretty good access to a bunch of agents right here. So you basically have access to Chingy, but Chingy does need an attack agent, so she doesn't link up that well with her. She has Jane, who is Anomaly. She has Bernice, who's Anomaly. She also has Grace, who is also Anomaly. He has Anton, who is Electric. He has Seth, who is Electric, which is pretty great for an Anomaly agent like Yanagi, because Seth is able to just link up with her pretty well, especially since she does get the bonus from well, Seth, because Seth literally does give AP for his shield. Piper is pretty good as well. Another Anomaly. Electric, you have access to Anby. Anby's able to link up with Yanagi as well, which is pretty nice. You also have Reina, who is pretty good as well, since she is able to just link up with her. And since she does give pen ratio to party members, Yanagi's able to basically just benefit from that, because pen scales off of Disorder. Disorder just does way too much. But if you link her up with those characters, when you switch stances and when you hit a enemy with a basic attack, this specific basic attack, Tsukiyomi Kagura, you're able to increase the electric anomaly buildup by 45%. This means that her attribute buildup is really broken, which means that you don't need AM. Yeah, you don't need AM at that point, because she is able to just build up shock really fast. So you can optimize her damage by going for attack percent, which is really busted. So if you want to go into that avenue, which is what I basically did for my Yanagi build, as you see here with the 2.5k attack, you're able to just do like a bajillion Disorder damage, and it does link up well with her core passive. So yeah. As for the skills, we can just go over them one by one. Her basic attack. This is one of the most important skills that you must level up on Yanagi, as I mentioned before in like the beginning of the video. You are basically able to just do massive electric damage When you stance change, you get buffs. So for Jogen's stance is electric damage. For Kagen's stance, it gets pen ratio. You can literally swap between the two at any time as long as you're in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th basic attack. It literally states it right here. 3rd, 4th, or 5th on special. Once you do that, you're able to just basically keep both of the buffs, which is pretty nice. So you just get the constant 10% electric damage and the 10% pen ratio. Really busted in general. This is a must level up since she is able to do this all the time. Her dodge, not really as important, but she is still able to go into her 3rd basic if you do dodge counter. You are going to be dodging for the most part. So dodging is really nice to level up, especially since there are some enemies that literally love to attack a lot. Dead End Butcher. So yeah, really nice if you do want to level this up, especially if you see yourself dodging a lot with Yanagi. So yeah, assist. It's the same priority as dodge, I would say. They're not really as important, but if you do see yourself doing defensive assist a lot, then of course level this up. She is able to go into her 3rd basic as well if you do the assist follow-up, which is pretty nice. Her quick assist is pretty good. So characters like Sokaku, who is able to give the attack buff to Yanagi, she is able to go into quick assist into her 3rd basic, which means that once you go into her 3rd basic, segue alert, you're able to do your special. And that is the perfect segue because special is really busted too. It is the 2nd most skill you want to level up besides your basic, and that's because her EX hits hard. It scales off of level. 2075% of AP. That is on level 7, by the way. It's not even on level 11. Yeah, really busted. So this means that not only are you going to be getting the stance change for free when you do EX, you're able to hit this type of number depending on your AP. Yeah, the disorder damage is just going to be going through the roof. So this means that Yanagi is able to perform stuff like 700k disorder damage. Nothing for me to say there. Super busted. And as for Chain, this is the 3rd thing you want to level up. Chain is busted too. You're able to go into 3rd basic after Chain. When you do ult, you're able to go into the 3rd basic again. And just like her EX special, you're able to do 2075% of Yanagi's anomaly proficiency. And that is on level 7 too. So this means that if you do just want to max her out in general, she's going to be hitting super hard anyway. Yeah, Yanagi's broken. There's nothing for me to say. Yanagi's just broken. Let's talk about her Mindscape Cinema, shall we? Let's just showcase how much more broken she is able to be. So, Mindscape Cinema 1, when a squad member inflicts anomaly on an enemy, she gets 1 stack of clarity that lasts for 15 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. You can also reset the duration as long as you repeat the step right here, which just means that you're just able to just apply anomaly. It's pretty easy for agents like Bernice and Yanagi, so you're just gonna be getting the 3 clarity stacks anyway. For each clarity stack, you're able to do 80 anomaly proficiency. That is with 1 or more stacks of clarity. That is busted! You're able to get more AP. More AP you have, the more shock damage you're able to do. Nothing to be said right there. Mindscape Cinema 2. This is really busted too. This means that she's able to just trigger shocks more consistently. Her EX special, the rapid thrust electric anomaly buildup is increased by 20%! 20% EX special. 20% EX special electric anomaly buildup. Busted! You're also able to consume 10 additional energy to do another EX thrust. That's busted too! So you're able to just do 2 EXs for free. So yeah, pretty busted in general. She also gets a new string of combos, and also lets her go into polarity disorder, which increases the damage multiplier of 20% of the original disorder effect, and each additional thrust increases the multiplier by 15% up to a max of 2 extra thrusts. This means that you're able to do, well, 50% disorder damage. If that is not broken, I don't know what is. So yeah. As for Mindscape Cinema 3 and 5, they're the same. They just increase the level of skills right there. Mindscape Cinema 4, increases, or when you do an attribute anomaly damage on an enemy, you're able to suffer the exposed effect on them, which lasts for 15 seconds, and enemies under the exposed effect will get a increased 16% pen ratio, which means that you're able to just ignore defense. Yeah, pretty busted. My Escape Cinema 6, this is the whale territory, or basically the maxed out territory. So after a thrust using her EX special, which is when you just do EX and just hold it, the duration of Shinran Basho state increases by 30 seconds. While the state is active, EX special damage is increased by 20. That's really busted. The maximum amount of times the additional damage multiplier increase effect for Polarity Disorder. By the way, that is from her right here. Polarity Disorder. That is from her MC2 right there. Right here. Increases or can be triggered to 4. So this means that besides doing 2, you're able to do it 4 times. This means that you're able to just increase more disorder damage, and the cost is 4. The first 4 additional thrusts is halved. So this means that you're able to just consume 5 energy instead of 10 energy. This means that you're able to do rapid EXs. If that is not broken, I don't know what is. And besides, with the rapid EX thrust, remember, we can look at her thing again. 20% initially, with a 15% for each thrust. And she gets new combo windows too, by the way, so you're able to just spam EXs and just do another thrust. That is busted! That is super, super, super busted! This means that you can just hold the EX as long as you have enough energy, and you're able to do like bajillions of damage. Yeah. This means that her EX is just gonna be hitting really hard. So she is just basically an EX nuker. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. And as for my opinions on Yanagi, do I really need to say it? She's broken. She's busted. She's absolutely broken. She's just like any other S-rank agent in the game. Busted. That is, I guess, the trend for most of the limited agents in this game. They just make them really, really broken. And I suspect that Haru, Masa, and Miyabi are going to be the same thing. They're just going to be busted S-rank agents in general. So, look no further than one of your queens of ZZZ, one of the best anomaly agents of all time, sitting along next with Jane, Yanagi. So yeah. Well, anyways, if you do guys enjoyed this showcase video, and if you want to support the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does mean a lot if you do support it. Helps me keep me motivated and making more videos and pumping out content for you guys. So again, if you do support the channel by liking and subscribing, thank you guys so much for doing so. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. So again, thank you so much. And as for the comments down below, what do you think of Yanagi? You think she's broken? You think she's not? You think I'm over-exaggerating? Or you think my points are justified? Let me know in the comments down below. And as well as, after seeing this showcase video, are you going to be subbing for Yanagi? Or are you just going to be skipping for Lighter? Or are you going to be skipping for the other Section 6 agents? Let me know. Because, well, there are some people who are going to be skipping Yanagi and some people who are going to be pulling. So I'm just curious on what you're standing by. So, yeah. And as always, thank you guys for watching this Yanagi showcase video, and I'll see you guys in the next gacha video.